Hi, horse racing enthusiasts. This is John coming to you from the shores of Saratoga Bay. I want to go over a couple of races if we have time today. Graded stakes races, those are the fun races. They get the best jockeys, the best trainers, the best horses, and hopefully you get the best outcome. Excuse me. I want to start off today with the 4-star Dave. It's a 10th race at Saratoga today. It's 1 mile on the turf. It's a grade 1. And, the 4-star Dave is named after 4-star Dave, the horse that is deceased now, but won 8 times at Saratoga. He became a beloved horse at Saratoga. People, kids, children, older people, they followed this horse with passion. Every year they wanted to see 4-star Dave run, and he won 8 times in a row. Can you imagine? So they named a race after him. They named a street after him right outside Ciro's. He was walking on the street. It's just, I wish I had been around to see some of that. But anyhow, 4-star Dave today. Another reason why that's kind of important to me is Got Stormy, the filly, the mare whom I walked into the ring, the winner's circle a couple of times. I walked her in once down in Florida, but she won this race a couple of times. And so, including last year, which was a very special year to watch it and watch her do that. I know a friend of mine, and I went up to Tyler Gaffleone after the win and had a nice picture, which maybe we'll post to the Instagram a little later if I get prior approval. At any rate, let's go through the 4-star Dave. So we only have 5 horses, which is fine. It's going to be a good race. Sometimes that's good, sometimes it's bad. Your 5 horses, you're able to sort of eliminate it. It has some intrigue in that there is a filly in the race, and I just mentioned that Got Stormy won it twice. She's the only filly to win, but this filly in this race, Regal Glory, is a good quality horse. 6-year-old out of she's an Animal Kingdom mare. She's won 3 times at Saratoga. It's very impressive. I always think that, when a horse has won at Saratoga, it's something to sort of follow in the future. So she's run great speed figures, but I want to just put out this caveat. During the Triple Crown races, in the timing of a horse's career or life, the fillies at that point are more mature, just like people are more mature, and they're more muscular, they're faster, they have more endurance, and then gradually towards the end of the 3-year-old year, the colts come around and they start exceeding what the fillies do, and now we're looking at 5 and 6-year-olds in this race right here. Now Regal Glory is just a quality horse and could very possibly win. Chad Brown trained. She's got great Tomlinsons for this really great record. She's won over $2 million. She's training really well. So all intents and purposes, she looks like she can. This is going to be a good race for her. I'm just going to throw out there that some of her numbers. Who is she running against? Are there other fillies? Are there other mares? Are they? I was just trying to look. Sorry, I was just looking down because I believe she's always run against fillies if I'm just looking at it. Now, what does that mean in itself? Not anything necessarily. It doesn't mean she can't win this race, but I don't know if I'm making a win bet if I'm going to, lay down, take odds of 6-5 on her. Another horse we have in the race is Casa Creed. Casa Creed has come in second in this race, has won grade 1s at Saratoga. It's a very formidable opponent. It has a tendency to be a closer. So you may see Casa Creed coming down the stretch. Bill Martrain, Luis Saez on the jog. Louis going to ride him. Excuse me. He's going to be pumping coming down the stretch, and who knows? He's going to keep his horse in the game. Next one I would say who has a really good chance is, in my heart anyhow, is Get Smokin', for obvious reasons. The sire is the same. Get Stormy is the sire of Got Stormy, who was a winner of this race. So Get Smokin' is, I don't know, what you would say a half brother to Got Stormy. And same trainer, Mark Cassie, with Javier having a great year at Saratoga. Has a chance, outside chance, 8-1. It's the highest odds on the board. I think the 3 has a reason. Not 3. The 2 front run Fed meaning front run the Fed's activities, right? That's the play on the words there. Irad is the jockey. You can't go wrong with that. Giant Causeway, Grandsire, 2-for-1 at Saratoga. Bullet workouts everywhere. More of a closer, but a balanced horse. Going to be it's going to be engaged early on and will be engaged later on. All right, doesn't really expend. It expends its energy gradually over the entire race rather than all up front or all up back. But the horse that I'm really looking at, and this kind of ties into something we talked a little bit at the end of the in the week, is Mason, M-A-S-E-N, a Great British origin horse. Kingman, which we see a lot over here. Chad Brown is the trainer, and Flavian Pratt is the jock. Good jock on turf. He is two wins and 2 seconds at 4 times here at this distance. So he's going to factor in the race. You know that he is. He's 2-1, and that's why he's 2-1. Now, the one thing I want to stare you all to, there's a lot of good stats there, and you're saying, how does it match up? Well, he's got like a 96, he's got 100, and he's got 104 where he came in second in a grade 1 mile on the turf at Keeneland. So I would contend that race matches up fairly well to anything Regal Glory has done. And so I'm going to take Mason. The reason I'm going to take it is this alludes back to what we talked about earlier in the week, and we look at Tomlinson figures, and I look at this number, this turf number of his, 454. That's I think I said earlier in the week I don't see numbers that high, and here you go. Here's another one, but he's 100 points higher than the next best Tomlinson figure, at least 100 points higher than the next best Tomlinson figure for the turf, and to boot is the highest for the distance. So I've said it earlier in the week, if you have a 50-point difference, that's a bet. And so I'm going to go with the statistics. The statistics are created that over time, you bet that statistic, it's going to win over time more than it loses, right? So let's go with that. I'm going to go with the 4. It's 2-1. If it creeps up to 3-1, maybe because the mare gets a lot of attention, Regal Glory gets a lot of attention, then maybe that'd be good for us. And then so we'll go across the board on that horse, and then I'm going to do a daily double with the race prior with the 3 on top. I've identified the 3. No one else seems to like it, so I'm going to throw the 3 with the 4, the 3 in the 9th with the 4 in the 10th for a daily double, and then I round out my selection for this race at 3, 4, 1, 2. So I feel like 4, 3, 1, 2. So you got Mason, you have Regal Glory, and then you're going to have Casa Creed coming down the stretch. You might even see a 4, 1, 3, 2. And I think I'm going to go with that. 4, 1, 3, 2 in the 10th at Saratoga today, the 4-star day. Thank you.